An instrument that wasn't affected by pitching decks and high winds like the quadrant and astrolabe is the crossstaff. It's made of a wooden staff, 3 or 4 wooden transoms or cross pieces. These correspond to approximate angle of the celestial body above the horizon. To use the instrument, I removed 2 of the transoms, bring it up to my eye, and sight towards the sun. I move the transom to block the sun at the upper edge and line the horizon up at the lower edge, and then take a reading. The quadrant is 1/4 of a circle. It's usually made of brass or wood. From the top is hung a plumb bob. Along the lower edge is a scale. Early mariners sighted along the edge to the celestial body, reading off the lower scale the angle that the body was above the horizon. The astrolabe was originally an Arabic instrument. It was also used by the Spanish and Portuguese during the age of exploration. It was made of brass, heavily weighted so as to give it stability on the deck of a pitching ship. The terrestrial version was a flat plate. The mariner's version was pierced with holes to allow the wind to pass through so as not to affect its reading. Now let me take a sight. I turn towards the sun, allow the sun's rays to pass through the upper hole, line them up on the lower hole, and then read off the scale. Now that seemed easy, but imagine yourself on the deck of a pitching ship. Sometimes the astrolabe was used by 3 mariners, one to hold it, one to turn the movable arm or alidade, and another to read off the scale. This is the backstaff, or Davis quadrant. It was an improvement over all other instruments that were used at the time. To use it, one turns away from the sun, sights through the sighting vane, horizon vane, and then lining the shadow of the sun up. The altitude of the celestial body is then read off the scale, which was more accurate than any of the others.